Good afternoon. This is Tanisha LaVerne Grant reporting live from the red carpet at the Lowe's Hotel in Hollywood, California for the 50th NAACP IMAGE Awards nominees luncheon. What an amazing milestone year, 50 years. 50 years of the NAACP IMAGE Awards celebrating Black excellence with pride, creativity, integrity, and a commitment to excellence. I mean, there are so many wonderful projects this year that have been nominated, including Blackish, Power, and that blockbuster powerhouse Black Panther, which has 6 NAACP IMAGE Award nominations on it. So you will have to tune in to TV1 on March 30th, Saturday, to TV1 at 9 p.m. to see if Black Panther will sweep us with vibranium. Tanisha LaVerne Grant, blackinamerica.com. This is Tanisha LaVerne Grant live on the red carpet at the Lowe's Hotel for the 50th annual NAACP IMAGE Award nominees. And I have with me this beautiful young lady who's been nominated for Best Youth Performance, Lyric Ross, for her role on This Is Us. Wow. Wow. How are you feeling, my love?
Man, I feel amazing. I mean, just to be pointed out in a crowd of all of these icons and these young Hollywood great performers, I mean, it feels so great. I'm so honored, excited, happy, nervous.
Wow. So talk to me a little bit about your journey. When did you know you wanted to be an actress? I mean, because this is a very specific calling. You know, I don't think people understand that this is something that chooses you. It doesn't, you don't choose it. People think they choose it, but those who stay the distance, they know that it's a calling.
Yeah, you're right. But I've been wanting to act ever since I could remember.
Wow.
I mean, I loved it when I would see it in my preschool. I mean, I would do different plays and different dances and everything, and I just fell in love and wanting to do it ever since.
That is amazing. So who are some of the actresses that you have looked up to throughout your very young career?
Angela Bassett is definitely one of them. Denzel Washington. Chadwick Boseman is definitely one. I mean, every single role that he has played, he dominated it. So I definitely look up to him. Meryl Streep, look up to her. Tom Hanks, of course. Yeah.
So. That's amazing. So do you remember what it was like for you the first time you walked on set in your character for This Is Us and what resonated with you? Talk to me a little bit about that moment, because that had to have been pretty powerful, right?
Well, my heart was pounding. My heart was definitely beating really fast. I was scared. I wanted to do as good as I can do. I wanted to bring that character justice. And I guess it turned out okay. So, yeah.
And you get a chance to work alongside Sterling K. Brown, who's absolutely amazing. What's one of the biggest lessons you've learned from working alongside Sterling?
That it's okay to ad-lib, that you don't have to you don't have to stay with the script. You can actually like put in your own little stuff in there.
Make it yours.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
You know what? So I want to end with that. Make this moment yours.
Yes.
Live in it. Delight in it. You've earned it. Thank you so much for your time, my love. Black Lightning. That's like a cult classic right there.
Thank you.
What was it like to be a part of, such an amazing project?
It's been amazing. I think, to have an African-American family that was also superheroes, to tell that story, we're very blessed. And people have been responding to it, so it's very nice to be able to put those type of images out for especially younger Black folks, because for them to see themselves as heroes is, I think, an amazing thing. I think it's an important thing. And, we're very blessed to be able to do that.
What does this nomination mean for you personally in your career?
you know, the NAACP is like one of probably the oldest African American organization in the country, and so to have them, you know, recognize the work that I do is mind blowing because, you know, I never considered it. You know, we're just in our room writing, and so to have that happen is very gratifying.
And it's 50th milestone year too.
Is it? Okay.
This is the 50th. It's the 50th NAACP Image Awards. So for 50 years, the NAACP Image Awards has been celebrating Black excellence in television and film. So this is definitely a big year, and congratulations to you, and continued blessings and success.
Thank you.
Thank you. So, sir, how are you?
Look, he's nominated.
Listen, this is the entertainment journalism news
Wait a
space.
minute, hold on. Look at this. Can you just turn around a little bit? What are we wearing? What are we wearing?
I am wearing my favorite wide leg pants from Zara. I have about several pair of these because, you know, ladies, when you find a pair of trousers that fit in all the right places, you buy multiple pairs. You know, this is a jacket from Theory, and I'm wearing a lace blouse underneath that ties, you know, a nice, soft, delicate, feminine bow. This is by Reiss, R-E-I-S-S. And this little throw I've had for so long, I clearly forgot who it's by. You know, and some rings. My granddaddy used to wear rings on every finger, so I thought I'd pay homage to him today.
Black Girl Magic works every single time. They need to be paying you.
Well, you know what? That's the idea. So, Isaiah, talk to me a little bit about what brings you out today, like why you're here for the 50th NAACP Image Awards.
Yeah, just really
nominees.
Really excited about Behind the Movement. Has been nominated in 2 categories. So we're really excited about it. We did a lot of work on it with TV One last year. Now it looks like it's becoming one of those Black History Month kind of things, kind of like the 10 Commandments that comes on every spring. Every Easter, I'm proud to have a movie that looks like when I'm long gone, as long as the life of TV One, that movie Behind the Movement will come on to really talk about the retelling of the Rosa Parks story. I don't know if Maytha Golden is here yet. Has she come through yet from that played Rosa Parks?
No.
Oh my goodness.
No one has. You're like the second person to make it down this far.
Oh, really? Oh, okay. So they must.
When you see her, make sure to tell her to stop by Black in America.
Well, no, I'm sure they will take care of her. Well, yeah, but she did an incredible job as playing Rosa Parks, and I played as a supporting actor opposite of her playing Edie Nixon, which I really enjoyed playing because, unfortunately, after all these years, I didn't know who Edie Nixon was. So I took on the challenge with a fervor because I was just disappointed that my whole life thinking I knew everything about the civil rights movement.
There are so many unsung heroes.
Exactly.
Wow.
Exactly.
And here it is, the 50th year of the NAACP. Yeah, I mean, the timing is
it's impeccable. Yeah, it is. Wow. Yeah, because we were here last year, if I'm not mistaken, and Maytha and Loretta Devine and I think we were presenters for the 49th, if I'm not mistaken. And we were just finishing Behind the Movie. It hadn't come out yet. It came out, I think, that January later or that February. Yeah, Behind the Movement. Behind the Movement.
You guys tune in. Get Behind the Movement. Where can we find the movie?
TV One. I don't know how else you can access it, but you probably should. If you have TV One, you can probably access it online. But it may be available some other platforms, but I'm not really sure. Don't get me the line.
We'll find it. Thank you so much for your time, Isaiah. Continue blessing. Thank you. Girl, whoa, you're giving me a run for my money. Someone who knows how to show up for work today.
Hey, I can.
And we're both doing the booze.
Yes.
Oh, wow. I love it. So talk to me a little bit about what life has been like on Raven's Home.
Oh, Raven's Home. It's been so much fun, honestly. Getting to work with Raven Simone, who is a legend in this business. Right. Yeah, I've learned so much from her, how to be better with...
Not to cut you off, but how many times people tell you look like her when she was a little girl?
Not a lot, actually. No.
I'm the only one who says that?
I think you're the only one who has actually said that. Yeah, well, I was on 7 episodes of Raven's Home, and I got to meet her and work with her, and she's just been a really great influence on a lot of young actors.
Wow. What is the biggest misconception you think young actresses make about working as an actor?
that they all turn out crazy. Or that I think a lot of people that I've talked to and I'm friends with, they think that because you're a young actor, you're supposed to go down a road that's going to end not well just because of some of the bad influences. But then you realize that there's been a lot of great actors out right now who have been doing this since they were children, and those are the people I
talk about. Regina King.
Regina King, she's been doing this since I was 14 years old. So since she was 14 years old. Yeah, no, that
math there.
No. Since she was 14 years old, I'm 14 years old now. So, yeah, I definitely.
That's similar.
Her. Yes.
And she just took home her first Academy Award. How amazing is that?
It's so amazing, and it really shows that this is a process and it doesn't happen overnight. And I think she is such a great person to look up to, and she is so poised and elegant when she goes to these events, and it's something I really look forward to seeing her at.
Well, you know what? I'm going to leave with that. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Continued blessings to you, my love. All right, so Behind the Movement, an amazing project with also Isaiah Washington, who's been a part of this. He just talked to me very briefly about really not knowing the full breadth of the character that he played. So talk to me a little bit about the research and development and what made you want to get behind this film, Behind the Movement, write this film, Behind the Movement.
Well, Karen Peterkin from TV One came to me. She wanted to do a Rosa Parks story in this sort of space, like what happened that day. And as I was so grateful to her. And as I researched, I realized that the real story was the preparation. So our movie is about the 4 days between when Rosa Parks does not give up her seat and the first day of the Montgomery bus boycott. And all those incredible cast of characters who are all true story people. I didn't create any characters. Everyone is real life. And it was really kind of fun and interesting. And I researched digging and learning about all of these intricate characters who all had very different personalities, had all different types of experiences, and that they all came together for this cause was pretty incredible. And they had 3 days to pull it all off.
It's absolutely amazing. Now talk to me about what it feels like for this film to be nominated in the 50th year of the NAACP IMAGE Awards. I mean, that's kind of pretty... It's a big deal.
It's an incredible honor. It really is. It's the icing on the cake, because I won when I was asked to write this movie. I won when it aired, and I won when people were moved by it and grew from it, either from strength or from the intelligence behind it, because there's so many incredibly intelligent people who put this movement together that are not normally acknowledged, and people don't know. We had scholars that took a risk.
So the unsung heroes.
There's so many, even more than I could write, and that matters because it does matter. Everybody can take a part in making our lives better, all of our lives.
I love that.
Not just one community, but all of our communities. So when we all unite, when we find that inner strength, when we take that chance to say, I know what's right and I know what's wrong, and I'm going to stand up for what I believe in, then we all win.
Thank you so much for that.
So much.
Continue blessings. Can we get any more gorgeous?
Oh, thank you.
You look like a younger version of Lena Horne. I'm just here for all of it. Congratulations on being nominated for your role on Dear White People. What's it been like? I mean, what a ride. I mean, Dear White People has just been... It's going to have a cult following, actually, years to come.
That's pretty cool to think about. It's been amazing. I feel really blessed to have been hired to work for Netflix so early on, before it became this big craze. I think it's a family of inclusivity, and it's just really dope to be on a show that is something that I think our generation kind of needed and didn't have. But I've loved my character. I've loved the people I work with, and I'm excited to see what people think about our new season. We just wrapped season 3, so.
3 seasons, that's pretty powerful.
Yeah.
Once you get to the 3rd season, or once you start moving into the 4th, that's the longevity part.
Yeah, and changes happen too, which I think is fun for characters, because you get to see, I can look at kind of chronologically how Sam started and where she's going, and it's just like life when you look back at old photo albums for things and you're like, oh, that's what I look like, that's what I kind of was into. So yeah, I think it's cool for like young women, young men, young black women, young black men to have these kind of characters to grow up with. Again, you know, a lot of us had sitcoms and shows to grow
I had
up
a different
with.
world.
Yeah.
I had the Cosby Show,
Yeah.
so I was definitely fortunate in that way. Talk to me a little bit about, you know, one or two characteristics that you've learned from your character that you have applied to your own life.
For Sam, she struggles with her persona versus her person. And I think I struggle, well, not struggle, but I think I've had to kind of deal with that as an actress, as someone who's a public figure, but also discovering myself as a woman and as Logan, and kind of not compromising. Like cutting my hair was a choice that I made for me.
Amazing.
Thank you. So I think it's just kind of learning not to compromise for what I think the world needs, but also respecting that I have a platform and the world does need me and that I do need to use it in the best way.
Your authentic voice is the most powerful.
Yeah,
it'll always be the most well respected, and it'll always be well received.
100%, I agree.
What's the other characteristics? Because I asked for two.
You did ask for two. I think maybe Sam's friendships. That it was interesting watching her relationships and how they changed, just because I think people look to her as the voice, as the leader, and she took on that role and was she's like that strong person, and I think that people forget to check on the strong people in their lives. And I know for me, sometimes I feel guilty about asking for help. So I think that was one thing I learned, is to not feel guilty about asking for help, just because I'm supposed to be this like strong person, that my friends and my family are around me to assist in making life beautiful. So why would I deny myself that?
The strength is always in the ask. The strength is in collective work and responsibility. You're not here to do anything by yourself.
Right.
You know, so don't ever be afraid to tap into and use your network and your resources to help take care of you.
Yeah.
It was a pleasure speaking with you,
too,
Logan.
thank
All the
you.
best. You're nominated today
I am.
at the 50th NAACP IMAGE Awards for one of the hottest shows in TV, Insecure. What is that life like?
It was fun. Wow. It was really fun. I mean, I did the Coachella episode, so it was a bit challenging. Wow. So it took a lot of pre-production to try to figure out how we were going to recreate Coachella in Los Angeles. I mean, we actually did go out to Palm Springs because we shot the exterior of the hotel. The pool party we shot out there, and then we shot all the house stuff there. But to recreate Coachella, I had to actually go to Coachella and do research, and we brought the whole crew out to Coachella and we did research, and then we recreated Coachella in Thousand Oaks.
That is amazing.
Yeah, and it looked pretty good.
How many days did that take, actually? I'm just curious.
We actually shot the Coachella in Thousand Oaks for 2 days.
That's not bad.
No, not bad, but it took a while to prep it and figure it out. I mean, I went to Coachella 3 days in a row.
When did you know you wanted to be a writer and director in this space, in television and in film? I mean, this is pretty powerful stuff here.
When I was in college, I actually went to college to be a lawyer. And then, I was supposed to be a lawyer. And
That doesn't surprise me, though. A lot of my lawyer friends are like, ooh, T, can I come with you to a carpet? Do you know somebody? Here's my script. Yeah, you guys are the ones.
No, I didn't go through law school. I did 1 summer working for a law firm, and I was like, there is no way I could do this for the rest of my life.
I love it.
And my mother told me, do what you love, and I was like, I have no idea what I love. And I figured out that I loved watching television and I loved watching movies. And I remembered creative writing courses in school, and then that just sort of took it from there.
Wow. So what's next for you after Insecure?
I've actually, Insecure we did like a year ago, but I just finished an episode of 911. I next go to a new show called P-Valley that's going to be on Stars. That's strippers. It's going to be great. And then I go to another new show called The Hunt. Yeah, so that'll be great.
A black woman on the move, riding her way to the top. I absolutely love it. And directing her way to the top. Thank you so much. Congratulations.
Woo! Yes. Woo!
Legs.
Man, I don't even know what to say. Yes. Gorgeous. I
Thank
stopped
you.
her in the hallway. I was like,
She
what
did.
is happening? Yes, all over it.
Because we had to serve today.
Yes, we did.
It's the 50th
Anniversary.
50
I know.
years. How powerful is that?
It's
And
not-
I love that you're being nominated this year.
Thank you. I love that I'm being nominated as well. I mean, it's bittersweet because Marlon has been canceled, but at the same time, to know that that people saw what we were trying to do, that we were talking about divorce, but we were talking about it with love and with humor, and we were trying to promote the idea that just because the relationship is over doesn't mean that the family stops, doesn't mean that the team and the cooperation and the collective interests of the children doing well stops. And I'm glad to be nominated as Ashley, because that was the heart of the show, and Marlon and Brisha and Diallo, and
I saw Brisha last night actually at the screening for us.
yes.
I love you two together. You guys have something very very cosmic, very
We
wonderful
love each
and
other.
spiritual.
We love each other. Thank you. And I think that this recognition, this nomination, is people feeling that. People feeling the authenticity of the real love between us and the real love that we were always trying to get back to, no matter how much Marlon gets on my nerves.
That's what they do, girl. That's what they do.
Exactly.
So talk to me a little bit about, the collective work and responsibility that you are feeling, because I know I'm feeling it just in this space with, actors, older actors, or I shall say seasoned actors, just reaching back
Yes.
and pulling people up with them.
I don't think that you can really say that you're successful without helping other people. I think you can say you're accomplished. I think you can talk about your accolades, your awards, your accomplishments, but your success is really about how many people you paved the way for, how many people you helped achieve their dreams. Like when I look at Ryan Coogler, I go, that's a success. That's an incredible success. So many people were blessed and able to flourish and able to have a new beginning, even after long years of work and established greatness, but a new acknowledgement. That to me is really successful. That's a successful project. And that is what we should be striving for. And listen, I'm all about get your money, get your paper, get your bags, get your fashion, get your whatever it is that makes you smile. But at the same time, the true tragedy of Willie Lynch is that he convinced us that we couldn't all have it.
Let me ask you something. Have you ever had a moment where you kind of felt like, wow, I don't know if I can continue to do this, to work as an actor, to be in this game, where the opportunities kind of seem like they are still, even with all the success that's happening with multiple platforms, the streaming,
Right.
Have you ever had a moment where you're like, I don't know? And if so, how did you pull through it?
I've definitely had moments of doubt. I think all artists come to the canvas at some point do I have anything left
I appreciate your honesty there.
to show or to say? And you have to continue based on two things. It's really interesting. It's a strange dichotomy. You have to continue based on belief in yourself, right? So you have to kind of charge your own and ignite your own passion and continue to do that, because if you wait for other people to do it, at times you will find yourself just rendered powerless, right? But at the same time, there has to be a humility as well, because in order to create something new, you have to be curious about what it is there is to say in the new moment. So there is a humility that has to exist at the same time, because I think whenever you feel like you know it all, that's when the true creativity dies.
I love that.
So it really is kind of walking a duplicity.
Wow, Essence, you're amazing. You're such a beautiful light, just inside and out.
Thank you.
Thank
God
you
bless
so
you.
much. Oh, Major. Ready? Major.
Hey.
My main man.
It's good to
Let's
see you,
peep
Queen.
the lay.
You gotta keep
Thank
up.
you. Thank
Yeah.
you. It's
gotta
so good
keep
to
up.
see you.
It's great to see you too,
How
Queen.
are you doing since the tour?
Living dreams. Yeah, it's a lot that's
Take
happened.
my advice,
since then.
right? When I say take it all in, live
Listen.
it.
You did say that in New York City at SOBs, but listen, I have just been blown away at how amazing God is. From Gold certified, Why I Love You going Gold, and to getting my first Grammy nomination for my song Honest. for getting casted a recurring role on Fox Star. It's been amazing.
Killing it.
Nominated for three Image Awards this time.
About that in this 50th year.
50th. It's amazing. It's amazing that they have been committed to excellence for so long and have upheld that degree of excellence.
Let's talk about it.
Yeah.
I said that earlier. For 50 years, the NAACP IMAGE Awards has celebrated Black excellence with pride and integrity. The integrity piece.
Integrity all day long. At the end of the day, we only have our integrity that will really stand the test of time. Integrity is what informs your legacy. And for me, I'm all about excellence and associating with things that are excellent. And NAACP has been that. You know, Image Awards has been that. And they're leveling up all the more every single time. This time at the Dolby Theater, March 30th, March 31st?
No, March 30th. It's
March
Saturday,
30th,
March 30th, TV One.
Yeah, tune in. It's going to be amazing. But today, me and the Queen, Cheryl Lee Ralph, will be hosting the nominees luncheon. So stay tuned. It's going to be lit.
So excited for you. Wait a minute. What's next coming up for you? What new music? I mean, I'm following you. We got to talk about your new music, baby.
My new single, Love Me Olay, is going to be released second week.
Love Me Olay?
Yeah. Okay. You're going to love me. Ami amor, and love me. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm here for it. Are you going to perform a little bit of that inside the luncheon?
No. That's a different check.
Okay. I hear that. I hear that, baby. Well, it's so good to see you. I love you, Melly. First of all, you and I have something in common.
Come on now, let me hear it.
Cheney University of Pennsylvania.
Oh my God, Cheney, Aaron Walton, the new president. We have got to keep Cheney alive. Yes. We cannot let Cheney die. I need everybody who either went to Cheney, graduated from Cheney. You've got to save that HBCU. We cannot afford to lose it.
Thank you so much for that. I'm an alum, a proud alum.
Understand.
Yes.
Because they're trying to get rid of Cheney.
Of course they are, because they want the land.
And there you have it. Exactly. So
you've had such an amazing, legendary career. Thank you so much for lending your voice to HBCUs and Cheney University. Talk to me a little bit about your staying power here.
You know, something that's very interesting. I'm asked about that all the time. There is no way I could not stay in the industry that I love. Wow. And I love the fact that here I am right now with a brand new TV show, Thursday nights, 9:30 on CBS, FAM. I love the fact that CBS has committed to diversity and inclusion. That's very important. I love that, and I'm like, my God, it was an offer.
And you look great. Lady in Red.
Thank you.
Make sure you have an event tonight.
I have an event tonight, as well as my podcast is doing so great, Diva Defined. And you can just go to podcast and download it. I'm so happy that people are listening and subscribing in the way they are. We need uplifting, entertaining, enlightening conversations. There's so much fluff and trash out there. And yeah, you're right. Tonight I've got Better Brothers, where we celebrate Black people, young Black people who happen to be in the LGBT and Q community. I'm saying right now we need all hands on deck, and I'm not leaving anybody out. I don't care who they are. If they're smart, they're bright, they've got good intentions. I don't care if you're gay, you're lesbian, transsexual, you're in the family, and I love you. So that's what we're doing.
God bless you, Cheryl.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you. You guys look absolutely amazing. Congratulations on your NAACP Image Award nomination for Behind the Movement. I'll start with you first, because you're portraying the legendary, iconic Rosa Parks. What was it like preparing for that role? Because those are some pretty big shoes to fill.
Yes. Well, it was nerve-wracking, but at the same time so fascinating and such a joy to learn more about Mrs. Parks. She accomplished so much in her life, and I learned so much because I didn't realize that she was an activist. Her and her husband were longtime activists, radicals from the 1930s that were fighting the fight when it wasn't fashionable or when it was very dangerous to be part of the NAACP. So for me, it was just fascinating. I got to talk to a lot of interesting people. I got to read a lot of interesting things, and I just got to expand my mind. And just being close to this subject kind of expands your consciousness.
Isn't it the beauty of being an artist, though?
Yeah.
It's like you get the opportunity to just research and delve into areas that you otherwise probably would not be so quick to delve into. You know, you're forced to do like the research. Mr. Governor Smith, I mean, you've had such an amazing career. I mean, you're legendary. I mean, you've played Huey P. Newton. I mean, you know, helped Spike Lee launch his career. What was it like being called on and tapped to be a part of this project?
Oh, I'm very honored and very challenged to be a part of this work. It's essential work, and it shows an essential part of our history. The year 1955.
The year my parents were born.
Wow. Well,
my parents were born in 55. Yeah, and they in Chester, Pennsylvania.
In Chester, PA. Well, that was the year that the Dodgers took the World Championship of Baseball. It was the year that Emmett Till was murdered. It was the year that Disneyland opened.
It was the year of the Montgomery bus boycott.
Yeah, trust me, my parents don't forget any of that.
Good.
Any of that. I carry their energy with me everywhere I go. You, in my opinion, are one of the greatest storytellers of our time. You really are. What do you think about some of the new mediums that we have? You know, the Netflix and the streaming services. You know, are they really a space for diversity? Do you think?
They should be. I mean, it's an opportunity to get a message out, as we had previously not been able to. There's a great scene in our film where all of these flyers have to be mimeographed overnight. Hundreds, maybe thousands of flyers have to be done. And, you know, you couldn't just log in and do a Facebook page. A tweet on it. You know, you had to
even call,
you
really.
had to crank out the mimeograph, and it had to be done, you know,
secretly.
In secret, because if you were found out, you know, you would definitely be persona non grata in Montgomery, Alabama, 1955.
What do you want the audience to walk away with, to take away with from your character, from your role?
I want them to take away the importance and the sacrifice that Rosa Parks, Raymond Parks, all of the people involved at the time made. I want them to also take away that we've had to fight so hard to have the liberties that we have today, and it's important to know about our past and also to participate in just what's going on right now today, because people lost lives for us to be standing here. Yeah. So, you know, just little things like that.
That is epic, and I think we forget.
Yeah, but I also want them just to enjoy the film, also, just in terms of filmmaking and performances, because it's a gem. We're very, very proud.
We're super excited.
Thank you.
What about you, sir? What do you want the takeaway to be?
Well, I want people to know that the struggle continues. And if there is no struggle, there is no progress. There was another American activist who said that in another century. His name was Frederick Douglass. And I've been playing Frederick Douglass all over the world the last year because we're celebrating the bicentennial of his birth, 1818. Yeah, so...
I gotta check you out. I gotta find them.
Yeah, well, find Mr. Douglass. He'll probably find you before you.
And also, I have joined the cast of Empire, completely opposite. So I still try to bring the light into the work on that show, into our present day. So I hope everyone can check it out.
I like that. Thank you so much, both of you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for your time. Continued blessings and success. Thank you.